Deep in the heart of Denton County, Texas, lies a bridge. Not just any bridge. This bridge has a story, a dark and chilling tale that has been passed down through generations. It's a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, where the whispers of the past seem to echo through the trees. This one whispers. It creaks. It groans. The wooden planks seem to have a life of their own, moving and shifting as if under the weight of unseen footsteps. The air around it is thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant call of a night bird. Locals call it Goatman's Bridge, a name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. The bridge is steeped in legend, a place where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, where the mundane world brushes against the unknown. Some say it's a portal, a gateway between our world and something else, something dark. The mist that often shrouds the bridge at dawn or dusk adds to its mysterious aura, making it seem like a place out of time, a place where anything could happen. They say a creature haunts this bridge, half man, half goat, a being born of anger and pain, a creature that defies explanation. The stories tell of a figure that appears in the dead of night, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light, its presence sending a chill down the spine of anyone who dares to cross the bridge. He lurks in the shadows, watching, waiting. The Goatman is said to be a vengeful spirit, a remnant of a dark past that refuses to be forgotten. He is a guardian of the bridge, a sentinel that watches over it with a malevolent gaze. He yearns for revenge, for blood. He is the Goatman, a creature of legend, a being that embodies the fears and nightmares of those who live nearby. His story is one of tragedy and horror, a tale that has been told and retold, growing more terrifying with each passing year. Are these just stories, legends told to frighten children? Or is there a kernel of truth in the tales? The bridge has become a place of pilgrimage for those who seek the thrill of the unknown, a place where ghost hunters and thrill seekers come to test their courage. Or is there something more to this place? Something sinister? The bridge stands as a testament to the power of legend, a place where the past and present collide, where the line between reality and myth is blurred. It is a bridge to nowhere, and yet it leads to the darkest corners of the human imagination. The bridge itself is old. It stands as a testament to time, weathered and worn, yet still holding its ground. Each plank tells a story, each creak a whisper from the past. Built in the late 1800s, it's a relic of a bygone era. Wooden planks groan underfoot, their surfaces scarred by countless footsteps. The wood, once sturdy and strong, now shows signs of decay, with rot setting in at the edges. Rusted railings offer little comfort. Once gleaming and protective, they now stand as fragile sentinels, their metal corroded by time and the elements. Touching them leaves a residue of rust on your fingers, a reminder of their fragility. The air hangs heavy with the scent of decay and damp earth. A thick fog often rolls in, shrouding the bridge in an eerie mist. The moisture seeps into the wood, accelerating its decay, and the scent of wet earth and rotting timber fills the air. The creek below is shallow, choked with weeds and debris. Once a lively stream, it now struggles to flow, its waters murky and stagnant. Fallen branches and leaves create a natural dam, further impeding its progress. Trees press in on all sides, their branches twisting like gnarled fingers. The forest seems to encroach more each year, reclaiming the land that was once cleared. The trees, with their twisted limbs, create a canopy that blocks out the sun. The sun struggles to penetrate the dense canopy. It's always twilight here, always silent, except for the whispers of the past, carried on the wind, telling tales of those who once crossed this bridge. The silence is profound, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant call of a bird. It's a place where time seems to stand still, where the past and present merge into one. In 1938, a man named Oscar Washburn moved to this area with his family. They were simple folk, looking for a fresh start. They found anything but. Oscar was a goat farmer. He was a kind man, well-liked by his neighbors. He was also black, and in those days that meant danger. One cold, moonless night, a group of Klansmen rode up to the Washburn farm. The air was thick with tension, and the only sounds were the distant hoots of owls and the rustling of leaves in the wind. They were looking for Oscar, a man who had dared to stand up against their reign of terror. The Klansmen, cloaked in their white robes, moved like phantoms through the night, their horses' hooves muffled by the soft earth. They dragged him from his home, kicking and screaming, his cries piercing the stillness of the night. Oscar fought with all his might, but he was outnumbered and overpowered. His wife and children could only watch in horror, their faces pale with fear. They were helpless, paralyzed by the terror of the moment, unable to save the man they loved. They took Oscar to the old rickety bridge that spanned the creek. Under the cover of darkness, they beat him mercilessly, their fists and boots landing blow after blow. The sound of the beating echoed through the night, a grim symphony of violence. They strung him up over the side, the rope cutting into his flesh. Oscar's body dangled lifelessly, swaying gently in the night breeze. The Klansmen watched in silence, their faces hidden behind their masks. Then they cut him down, his body falling to the ground with a sickening thud. The night was eerily quiet, the only sound the gentle lapping of the creek below. They tossed his body into the creek, the water swallowing him up. The ripples spread out, distorting the reflection of the moon on the surface. Oscar's family searched for him, their hearts heavy with dread. They combed the area near the creek, calling out his name, but they found nothing. The darkness seemed to mock their efforts, hiding the truth from their desperate eyes. The water ran red that night, a silent testament to the violence that had occurred. The creek, once a place of tranquility, was now a scene of horror. But his body was gone, vanished into the night. The creek flowed on, carrying with it the last traces of Oscar's life. The Washburn family was left with nothing but their grief and the haunting memory of that terrible night. Section 5, Whispers in the Dark. Some say the Klansmen returned that night. They were looking for Oscar's body. They were afraid of what they had done, but they found something else, something waiting for them in the darkness. The Goatman. Legend has it, he tore them limb from limb. Their screams echoed through the night, then silence. The Goatman had claimed his first victims. Section 6, The Legend Endures. Over the years, the legend of the Goatman grew. People whispered of strange lights in the woods, of disembodied screams, of a creature that stalked the bridge at night. Some say it's Oscar's ghost, seeking revenge. Others say it's something more ancient, something evil. Whatever the truth, one thing is for certain. The Goatman's Bridge is a place of fear, a place of darkness. Section 7, Dare to Cross. People still come to the bridge today. They come to test their courage, to see if the legend is true. Some come to pay their respects to Oscar Washburn. But be warned, this is not a place for the faint of heart. The bridge is watching, listening, waiting. Section 8, Conclusion. The Goatman's Bridge is more than just a bridge. It is a monument to our darkest fears. It is a reminder that some wounds never heal, and some sins are never forgotten.